International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists. These words sound very nice, but they aim at an impossible target, and I will tell you why. Does anyone remember Lasantha Vikramathunger, the editor who predicted his own death in his editorial column and was killed soon after in broad daylight in Colombo? Does anyone remember Jamal Ahmad Khashoggi, who was murdered inside Saudi Arab's embassy in Turkey? And remember, Khashoggi was a correspondent of one of the most powerful media houses in the world. But except some eyewash investigation and quasi-judicial orders, nothing was done to accord justice to the slain journalist. In almost all the cases of crimes against journalists, the accused are powerful people because the prime duty of a journalist is to fight the powerful to protect his powerless people. More often than not, his prime targets are the people sitting in the government or the political leaders. And those very people sitting in powerful position in the government have the authority to order investigation or close it off. That is the reason that out of 10 cases of murder of journalists, 9 remain unresolved. According to one report, more than 1,200 journalists have been killed in the world between 2006 and 2020. The murder case of Ramchandra Chhatrapati of Sirsa is a burning example of the social approach towards the impunity for crimes against journalists. So how can one expect a curb over crime against journalists? But the result of this apathy of the society becomes evident very soon, and Sri Lanka is the best example for that. Sri Lankan people remained unconcerned towards the criminal silencing of the voice that spoke for them. Today, Sri Lanka is facing unprecedented turmoil, civil war, skyrocketing price rise, and allied problems of systemic failure. In the wake of those disturbances, the last editorial written 13 years ago by Lasantha Vikramathunger, editor of the Sri Lankan Sunday Leader, is worth remembering. And I quote, "Murder has become the primary tool whereby the state seeks to control the organs of liberty. Today, it is the journalist. Tomorrow, it will be the judges." Unquote. Everywhere in the world, the independent media have increasingly come under attack. Media houses and their staff have been burned, bombed, and killed. Many such cases do not even come to light. The common masses are yet to be aware of the need to stand in support of the journalists who sacrifice their lives for raising the issues of public concern and expose the corruption in the government bureaucrats and the politicians. What is media and what else is the role of the genuine journalist? An independent media is the mirror to the society in which the people can see its face without any cosmetics. The state is different from the people or the nation, but often a totalitarian government dons a mask of nationalism to mislead the masses. In any such situation, the journalist is bound to expose the ulterior motives and the rot in the power corridors. And then he has to pay the price for telling the truth. Sometimes the image that he showed is not liked even by those very people whom he serves. But this exactly is his duty. Lasantha Vikramathunger wrote, and I quote, "When finally I am killed, it will be the government that kills me." Unquote. But I would say When a journalist is killed, it is not the government but his own people that killed him. For a day or two, some people make the usual sanctimonious noises, the call for justice, but even before the ashes cool down, everyone forgets the slain journalist and his family. Everyone knows who killed the journalist or the judge, but no one dare utter the names. Journalists who espouse unpopular causes, stand up for the downtrodden, and quarrel with the powerful to expose their corruption have to suffer, because the very people for whom the journalists lay their lives down do not care a fig. He has to follow the ideals aptly presented in an ancient Sanskrit sloka, Nindantu niti nipuda yadi va istuvantu lakshmi samavishtu gacchatu va yatheshtam advaiv va maranmastu yugantare va nyayat pathah pravichalanti padam nadhira. It means scholars may praise or criticize, goddess of wealth may come or go wherever she likes. Death comes today itself or after ages. The real man is he who does not waver from the path of justice in any condition. A journalist similarly follows the path of justice and pays the price for it. But the response of the society by and large lacks in recognizing his sacrifice. Often the media houses and their managers too shy away from recognizing their staff members in order to escape the responsibility of paying the statutory compensation. Families of slain journalists suffer without any succor from any corner. The failure of the society to stand by a sacrificing journalist is never an issue in the public mind. So the ideal of ending impunity for crime against journalists too is never an issue in our public discourses and collective consciousness. But that exactly is reason enough for a journalist to do his duty undeterred by any fear.